What's going to come out of this summit, in your opinion? More military support for Ukraine or fast-tracked EU membership?
Well, I think that's what President Zelensky would like, but that's not what I'm predicting. I think we've seen what the Europeans and the United States are willing to do on new military assistance so far. It's been a lot more than before. Let's give them credit. What's happened over the last couple of weeks, especially on the infantry fighter vehicles and on the tanks, but I don't expect more tomorrow. And with respect to fast track, the Ukrainians are very set on this. They think that these long timelines don't apply to them because they've done so many of the reforms necessary before they got on the track. I think Brussels has a somewhat different view, and let's wait to see what they come out with tomorrow in terms of the update as to where Ukraine is.
If Ukraine is admitted into the EU, if it is a fast-track membership, then how is that going to change the calculus in Moscow, in Russia?
Well, let's start saying when Ukraine is admitted, not if, because I think it will be when, not if. I just don't know the timeline. Of course, Vladimir Putin will be upset about it. Remember, this is what the fight was about back in 2014, when then President Yanukovych was on his way. He was going to sign an agreement to begin this long process, and right at the last minute, he had second thoughts. He didn't sign the agreement, and that triggered giant protests on the streets of Kiev. They call it the Revolution of Dignity. Putin calls it a fascist Nazi takeover. Right? So he'll be against it. But who cares what Putin thinks? At the end of the day, this won't happen until after the war is over. I think that most certainly everybody agrees to. But because of his horrific, tragic, barbaric invasion of Ukraine, I think he has pushed Ukraine towards Brussels forever. And if you look at public opinion polling inside Ukraine, they are firmly looking towards the West. I don't think they're ever going to look towards building a relationship with Russia, maybe forever, but most certainly not while Vladimir Putin's in power.